La 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 la.
Now, there's a place somewhere out in the universe where everything is okay. A place where everyone gets along. A place where everyone's smoking at least mid-tier cigars to upper mid-tier to top shelf to top shelf to top shelf secondary market. That's right, baby. Flex on these haters. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying fresh, and above all, I hope you're eating prunes. I can't stress it enough. You got to get rid of things, all right? You got to get rid of things. Buy some prunes. Eat 2 to 4 prunes every night. Clear yourself out. Watch your overall health improve. Watch your overall intensity, your energy level improve. You gotta clear it out. I can't stress it enough. In this McDonald's, fast food, garbage, monster drinking, Red Bull, come on, eat some vegetables. But prunes are like, it's just people being loud and drunk. So anyways, this is the Robusto. It is a very oily wrapper. It's kind of a toothy, chiseled looking wrapper. Nice looking stick. Pretty dense, I'd say, but not super heavy for its size. That car is obnoxiously loud. Wow, normally I do cigar reviews in the street or on top of the parking garage, but apparently it's asshole night. Every Wednesday, assholes drink free. Bruh. Nice looking stick. I enjoy the Diamond Crown, but I've never really reviewed it. There's a difference from just enjoying a cigar and actually paying attention. And do you know what I'm saying, though? There's a difference. So you're paying attention and comparing, contrasting, you know, what's going on. There's a big difference. Diamond Crown is not a J.C. Newman cigar. It is a J.C. Newman cigar in name only. In name only. I-N-O. It's an I-Know. In name only. It is a Fuente cigar. However, though, I just read that, and I didn't know that the wrapper was provided for. It's business. The wrapper was from the Oliva family for the Ecuadorian tobacco. I don't know what type of Ecuadorian. Is it Ecuadorian Habano, Ecuadorian Sumatra, Ecuadorian Connecticut broadleaf, Ecuadorian shade grown? No, really, I don't know. I just saw it said Ecuadorian, so you figure that out. Maybe Ecuadorian sun grown. I don't know. There is no sun grown. Every tobacco is grown in the sun and the moon. I just can't stress it enough. It's not like they take the plants inside at nighttime. I promise you, if you go to any tobacco field after 8 o'clock at night, the tobacco is going to be outside in the moon. Why don't we have moon-grown tobacco? You're missing out. Fuente, call me. The Macanudo moon-grown. General, dial 1-800-RICHIE. Richie. Soft, gentle heat. I can't stress it enough. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. guys are demented over here. This is a demented place, really. It's a bunch of demented people, all of you guys. If you're watching this show, you got problems. But if you're watching the show, you got a place. It's a problem place. But we have rules. Soft, gentle heat is the way. Prunes, tendency for camping. No cigars in prison. I can't stress it enough. There's no cigars in prison. So lay low. If you're having a bad day or somebody's busting your balls or things go wrong or a guy cuts you off on the highway, drive to the nearest cigar lounge. Buy the most expensive cigar. Buy a box. Laugh. Why? Because that box of cigars, box of Padrones, $300, $400. Why is it so funny? It was cheaper than 1 hour with a lawyer. I can't stress it enough. Lawyers are more expensive than ladies of the evening. And I know. Because I had to hire a lawyer. The other one, I don't know. I've watched movies. So anyways, the Richie and me is the Richie and you. And Gio, I know you're watching right now. Go fuck yourself. Off to a great start. Now, the Diamond Crown Maximus, I think it's one of those Fuente cigars you guys are sleeping on. Just like the Ashton VSG. It's one of those Fuente cigars you're sleeping on. These are world-class cigars. Really great flavor. And I think they would age quite nicely. Now, we're only doing one stick tonight. Last night kicked my ass as far as the endurance level. I actually didn't get sick at all after smoking 3 Opus X back to back to back, but the second part was 2 at the same time, so that was insanity. So in 3 hours, I smoked 3 Opus X. What I could say is this: I had crazy psychedelic dreams. All I saw was orange and red, which ironically is the colors kind of of the Opus X band. But it wasn't even a thought in my mind. But I guess it was, dude. I was just dreaming in like these high vis colors, and I just can't explain it. I was out of my body experience. I don't recommend it for everyone, but if you can handle 3 Opus X of the same kind and go back to back to back, get ready for some crazy dreams. Carlito did not come to me in my sleep, though. The draw on this is fantastic. Smoke output is moderate. I did have this out all day, so that way it wasn't too moist. So definitely, you want to let your cigars dry out a little bit. If you buy it from a cigar lounge, lounges are generally too moist. I'm just going to be serious. So, let them sit out for a day. Should let them sit out for 2 days. They'll be fine. Initial impression is quite nice. It's a medium to full initially, but not ass kicking. But it's a medium to full. It's on the darker side. How dark? 3/4 darkness. How strong? Medium. Medium full. So it's got that perfect 3/4. So that's nice. It's quite robust holding the smoke. It feels darker and stronger than an Opus off the bat. But it feels it's that way due to younger tobacco. It is not as smooth as an Opus X. That's just something that's crazy about the Opus X, because the regular Opus, you hold the smoke, you're going to get a good amount of power. I promise you that. Hold the smoke on that. a lot. But at the same time, the Opuses are so smooth. I smoked 3 of those last night. I didn't get sick at all. The Diamond Crown is a younger cigar. It's a great cigar. It's only $12 for a Robusto. It's a high quality stick. I'm not trying to compare it to Opus X because it can't. I wouldn't even compare this to an Añejo. Put it around a regular Don Carlos or Hemingway. As far as the overall quality and price point and I guess efficiency, like what it gives you for the money, it's a great experience. But the message is different. This is stronger than the Don Carlos and the Hemingway. Much stronger and much darker, and much spicier. A lot of black pepper. A lot of very dark black pepper. And we're just getting going. So if you're looking for, because even though it is Jason Newman's Fuente, if you're looking for a Fuente, but you're in a Padron mood, I think the Diamond Crown might be up your alley, because it's got black pepper spice like a Padron. It does. And I'd say this cigar feels more along the lines of a Padron 64. It has a little more raw power than I get to the 26. It is not as smooth as a Hemingway Maduro. It is not as sweet as Hemingway Maduro, but it's darker and stronger. It's a different kind of party. You can't even compare it to Don Carlos as far as the blend. And the Personal Reserve, no, I'm not even going to disrespect that. The Personal Reserve is on Opus level, so that's a whole nother party. But so if you understand the category, it's a great cigar, great quality, and I think it's good luxury tobacco cigar in a sense, but the beginning of it, you know, it's a luxury cigar that it's not really that posh of a luxury cigar. It still has some raw power to it, but it's like Johnny Walker 12. It's smooth enough, but it's not like, it's not like Johnny 18, but you get what I'm trying to say, though. It's enjoyable, but and you're drinking a good scotch. It is. Don't be a snob, John. You could drink Johnny Black on the rocks, and you're fine. Like, yeah, would I rather have Macallan's 18? Sure. Would I have Johnny Blue? Sure. But come on. At the end of the day, zoom out. You're still just a guy having a drink. You're doing just fine. Like, if you go to your friend's house and he's like, you want a drink? You want a scotch? Just say yeah. Doesn't matter what scotch she gives you. Just be grateful. Don't be a little shit. You sound like one of those people. I'm lactose intolerant. Oh, is it made of soy? Is it got, what's the other one, people? What's the other one? With the bread and the pasta. What is that called? Is it gluten-free? Yeah, it's gluten-free scotch. That's it. So anyways, it's got the Oliva wrapper with Fuente tobacco, Dominican binder filler. It really changes it up. It's quite a strong little stout cigar. First cigar of the day, only cigar of the day. I can't stress that enough. I am not doing 3 cigars again. Probably never in my life. And what I mean is like having one cigar and then having 2 more at the same time. I don't regret last night. Last night was an experience. And because I don't want my cigars to possess me. I possess my possessions. I own this cigar. I will light and smoke it whenever I want. You got me? Nobody fucks with Richie. I can't stress it enough. I don't fuck with no one, but nobody's gonna fuck with Richie. If I say I'm gonna smoke it, if I want to smoke that whole 3-pack of Opus X, let it be known. Mark it for the history books. I am the only guy in the Toyota Corolla that has ever smoked 3 Opus X back to back to back. To back to back to back. Sounded like what's that guy's? Back to back. Anyways, the Canadian rapper. I really don't like him. He's not a rapper. He's not even R&B. I don't know why the girls like him. What is that guy? You know what I'm talking about? You were with me shooting in the gym. I sound like a FUD right now. What's that guy's name? What is his name? What's that guy's name? Drake. Anyways, I think it's a good cigar. Well, I know it's a good cigar, and it's on my list. And if it's not, I should have put it on it. Now, so once again, what is the benefit of the cigar? It's still Fuente tobacco with a leaf wrapper. It's going to be darker and stronger than most of the Fuentes you're used to, though. And it's definitely younger tobacco. It's more robust. It's got a rather heavy finish. It's got a lot of black pepper. It's got a lot of earth. It has some chocolate sweetness, but almost more like a bitter chocolate. It's not like a baking it's not like gobs of Hershey milk chocolate. It's not. But it's well done, though. So if you're looking for that kind of party, you know, and maybe my taste buds are blown out from last night. Now the ash is going fine, but I did. You see right there? I had this in my hand, and I bumped the cigar into my jacket. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna tell you the truth as best and as fast as I can. So I'm gonna go and come back and just, I don't want to make this a 40-minute video. It's a very enjoyable cigar. I think it's an affordable luxury cigar. It's at the price point of like a My Father or something like that. And for $12, yeah. It's a very robust, heavy luxury cigar. It reminds me a lot of the Padron 64, a robust, heavy luxury cigar. It's you're not gonna smoke a Padron 64 and be like, man, that's the smoothest, silkiest thing. No, it's got power, and it's a little on the edgy side, but not out of control power. But you're like, it's you get what I'm saying though. It's not a Mercedes. Maybe a Mustang with loud pipes. My point is, it's got leather interior. I look forward to the Diamond Crown. I like the band. I really do. I like the cigar. It's got some good juice to it. It's got good power. And I just started this thing. It's only going to get stronger and heavier. So it's unique for a Fuente cigar, and it's unique price point. So if you want a very good quality cigar, and put it in the category, if you like Padron 64 Maduro. If you like that, if you don't like that, then don't get this. If you're thinking this is going to be, the regular Diamond Crown is smoother. This is pretty stout. If you like Liga. No, hold on. If you like that Liga number 9, if you like Liga number 9 is a better cigar than this, but it's more money. You got to factor in the price point of this. If we're talking about LFD, Ligero, Maduros, if you like that, it's something I think you would enjoy. So we're back. We're back. Are we on? We're on. Good, we're on. Great, fantastic. Nobody cares. Razor sharp burn. Ash, a little on the flowery side. No touch-ups, though. Razor sharp burn. It is a Fuente. No touch-ups. Ash is kind of cracking. We'll see what happens. I might drop it here soon. And I think it's time to drop this ash. I'm going to give it an ash test outside. That is flowery. Let's see here. Yep, and the ash wanted to go. No tapping necessary. The cigar is definitely a medium to full strength cigar. Maybe perhaps not for a newbie, but not an ass-kicking cigar. The cigar roll is enjoyable, though. However, it is robust. I could definitely see for someone who's smoking more higher-end sticks like the Opus and the Neho, this might seem a little, if you want that kind of party, this might seem a little raw. Although I don't consider this a very young cigar compared to like mid-tier sticks. But it has a good amount of power, and it is slightly rough around the edges. But I kind of like that. If you're in that kind of mood, if you like the classic Oliva V, I feel like this is in between the V and the Milano V as far as the way the age of the tobacco feels. Like the Milano V feels smoother than this, but the V feels rougher than this. So it's somewhere in between that kind of party. And it does have the Ecuadorian wrapper, which I'm pretty sure the V has an Ecuadorian wrapper. And I could be totally wrong with it. And I'm just going to the top of my head. But it feels a little bit like that, a little bit. Definitely a good amount of floral notes, and as well coming in, since we've been hanging out in the first third, definitely a good amount of vague spices, a lot of different just, interesting notes that you're like, I can't place that. So not extremely sweet cigar in this experience right now. It's definitely pretty spicy. I enjoy this stick. I think it has its place. The Ashton VSG is the better cigar. But generally speaking, the Ashton VSG is going to cost some more money. But at my local guy, I can get the VSG for about $14 and change before tax. And this is $12. So for $2.50 more for the same size, would I rather have the VSG? Yes. Is there still a viable cigar and cheaper than the VSG? Yeah. So Ashton on the VSG side is a great Fuente cigar. This is a great Fuente cigar at a lower price point. So of course, at a lower price point to the VSG, you should expect less. And if but I feel Fuente's stuff is very fairly priced at the original MSRP. The problem is with Fuente stuff, because of people really seeking after Fuente stuff, or gouging or hype pricing, things can get funny. But generally on the Ashton and on the Diamond Crown side, it's not going to be like, with the Fuente side, even though they're all Fuentes, as far as the secondary and or even the shops, like this guy had a Nejos 88s for like $14, $15, where other lounges are charging $25, $30 for that cigar. And I'm talking too much. I'll let the cigar go out. That's something to really look after too. When you drop a large ash, if you're doing that, you got to be mindful that sometimes the cherry could go cold or it could almost fall out of the cigar. So be mindful of that if you're going to grow large ash. But also be mindful the pace of the cigar. So if the smoke output starts going down, you might have to puff on a little bit to keep it going. I like this stick. I feel like I'm trying to sell you guys on it, but I'm not. So, I'm going to say about that. Where I put this cigar, I think like a 4.65 out of 5. I think it's a very high quality cigar. I think it's a lot going on for it. What another cigar reminds me of, but like a lower tier version, is actually the God of Fire Don Carlos, because that one has Dominican filler and binder, right? But they switched that over to Ecuadorian wrapper. And this one has an Ecuadorian wrapper. And then it has Dominican binder and filler. So even though it's not the same cigar, because it's all different primings and age of the tobacco and then how long they age it before they sell it to you and promise you, the Prometheus Don Carlos with the Ecuadorian wrapper has much more age, fermentation, and in the aging room afterwards. So that cigar definitely, it was sweeter than this, and that cigar was definitely more smooth. but holding the smoke and the mouthfeel, it feels like a younger version of that. Not exactly, but I just had that one last week or 2 weeks ago, and I could say that. So, yeah, I would say the Diamond Crown is a worthy cigar to check it out. Box worthy, it's a high quality cigar. Depending on the price point, I'd say check out a few. Have one right away. Let one sit for a few months, see how it hits you. I think it's a worthy addition to your humidor, Geo. On a side note, I've been seeing a lot of commercials on TV for all these HIV pills to prevent HIV, or if you have it, they have pills like, if you're living a crazy life, whatever, you could take these pills so you don't get it. And then there's another commercials like, but if you already got it and the pills didn't work, we got these pills to keep your T cell levels so that way it looks like your blood doesn't have it. So you're going to have like secret AIDS. And, you're going to be like James Bond of AIDS. 00 AIDS. So they got pills for that too. Even if you got it, they got pills so that way you can pretend like you don't got it. That's the only disease I ever heard of that. I don't know. They got that for, I don't know, man. What a crazy world. Maybe you should be more selective who you sleep with, and maybe you should wear some jimmies. But I think, you buy a gun, you got to do a background check. You buy a car, you got to do a credit score check. You go to rent an apartment or buy a house, they're going to do a background check on you. Maybe before you sleep with someone and, pull your pants down, you might want to go get checked out. It's really not that hard. I don't understand. People apply for jobs and they have to wait for backgrounds. What? Imagine you meet someone. How you doing? Want to go back to my place? Yeah. We're going to stop at CVS first. Oh, what are you going to get? We're going to take an AIDS test. What? Yeah, we could do it right here in the Starbucks parking. I don't know, but be careful if you're out there playing the field. And if you're not going to do that, at least wear some jimmies. Damn. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I can't stress that enough. Take it easy. Soft, gentle heat, tensive for camping. I feel like I wasn't so funny on this second part. But anyways, that's okay. Pretty long finish, pretty strong finish. It's a pretty stout cigar. Not a scary cigar, but I think it's a really great cigar. And you got to understand the mood for this. It's a pretty lively, pretty spicy, vivacious, slightly has a little bit of young feeling to it. Like I said, if you like the regular V, but it's dark. It feels darker than the regular V though. So somewhere in between that, but in that kind of party, I think you could really enjoy this stick. I'm just gonna be upfront though. Like generally speaking, Ecuadorian wrappers are not generally my favorite cup of tea, but I can enjoy them though. And I think you will too. And I'll see you soon. Stay fresh. 4.65. It's a great cigar. It's just not as well known as the VSG, or definitely not the Anejos, or the Opus, or even the classic Hemingways. Those ones outsell this cigar big time. You go to a store and they're going to have a couple different sizes of Hemingways. Short stories, whatever, or coming in Maduros or sun-growns. Generally not older. The sun-grown Hemingways are very rare to find. And the Maduros are pretty rare too. But luckily my guy got them. So we're done here. I wish you well. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go to prison. If you're having bad ideas, go smoke your best cigar. Or go spend $50 on a really great cigar. Or two of them. And chill out. Take a deep breath. Don't do anything stupid. Right? It's better to have a full ashtray and an empty criminal record. I can't stress enough. Take it easy. No cigars in prison, and nothing in there you want in your mouth.